Yacht Beach. Welcome to day 4 of Vlogmas. We are professional YouTubers. This is what we do, sweetie. Welcome to the game. I'm glad everyone liked yesterday's vlog. It was the most atrocious thing to edit. It was actually horrible. The gaming portion specifically was the most hard to edit, just because there was both a webcam view and the actual gameplay. It was really hard to line them up so that they actually went together. And sometimes iMovie would like shift everything down like by a second. So I would have to go back and move everything up a second. But I did it for y'all. Anyway, today I just got back from music theory. I took a shower and now I'm about to go eat. But first, I have to introduce you guys to a little someone, or a little something I should say. She's a little camera shy, but that doesn't mean she's not pretty. To make the dorm a little bit more festive, I bought a little Christmas tree. So without further ado, here she is. This is Topramanishu. She's imported from the communist nation of China. She's foreign. She isn't the cutest thing, but she's still family. She's going to make the holiday much more enjoyable and much more bearable. Love you, sweetie. Yay! So anyway, let's go eat. So I just got back done from eating. The food was Today we're going to be talking about sleep paralysis. If you're easily scared, I probably wouldn't watch this at night, but like, ain't your mama. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So I have 3 sleep paralysis stories. The first one is about my first time experiencing it. The second one is when I saw a figure. And the third time is about when it happened in this very room and my roommate was a part of it. So I first experienced sleep paralysis when I was about 12. I remember I was about to go to bed, but I felt like something was kind of like watching me. Kind of like there was like eyes just like following you like around the room. I remember falling asleep a lot faster than I usually do, which is really weird. I disregarded all the feelings that I had and just went to sleep. I don't remember what dream I actually had, but I do remember that I did have a dream. Outside my window there was this tree. The tree's branches were very long and I remember the branches would always like hit against the window. That's not really important, but it's kind of creepy in the context of having sleep paralysis. I remember just waking up and not being able to move. The actual feeling of not being able to move is kind of like when like your foot falls asleep, but it's like everywhere. I could open and close my eyes and I could look around, but I couldn't actually get up. I remember it was storming that night, it was really rainy, and the branch was actually hitting my window that night. So anyway, I was laying there, I was completely numb, and I was terrified. I had never even heard about sleep paralysis or what it was. No one in my family had ever experienced it, so it was really weird for me. So I remember being numb for a little bit, but then I finally got my feeling back in my body. I opened my eyes and I looked at the foot of my bed, and there was a fucking body. It was just all black and it was just laying there. Anyway, I saw the fucking body, I flew back in my fucking bed and put the pillow over my face. And because I'm not a very smart, intelligent child, I decided to peek out a little bit to see, like, you know, if he had left yet. Out of my eye, I could just see a person standing there. After I was done shitting myself, I put my face back in the pillow and eventually I looked back up and he was gone. So that was my very first time experiencing sleep paralysis. I'm still shook to this day. So my final sleep paralysis story actually happened in this room. It was like the second week of college. I remember going to bed a little late because I already had so much fucking homework. I fell asleep before my roommate. He was watching TV on his computer. I fell asleep pretty fast and then eventually I opened my eyes and I was completely paralyzed. I usually sleep with the TV on just because I usually fall asleep to it and I could hear it in the background. So at this point, I've experienced sleep paralysis like at least 30 times. So it wasn't really a big deal to me, but that quickly changed. As I was sleeping with sleep paralysis, I started to wiggle my toes. That sounds kind of weird, but that's actually how you get out of sleep paralysis faster, for me anyway. So yeah, I start wiggling my toes and eventually I get out of sleep paralysis. So once I get out of sleep paralysis, I usually put a pillow under my back. This is because I usually get sleep paralysis when I'm laying flat on my back, so I wanted to elevate it myself. So I'm just laying there trying to fucking recover when I hear that my roommate is sitting up. I assumed that he was getting up for school, so I was kind of pissed off because I wanted more sleep, but I quickly found out that that was not what was happening. He gets up out of bed and he walks straight over to my bed. Once he gets to my bed, he picks up the pillow that's next to my head and moves it away. After he does that, he sits down. Like my face was like right here and his ass was like right fucking here. Bitch. He's sitting next to my face just chilling, and then I'm laying there like, oh my god. So I look at him and he's like looking from like side to side. He's like, as if he's like looking for something. After that, he just looks down towards my legs. He raises his hand and just like taps my leg. Just like, And it was kind of weird because it wasn't like he was like hitting me, but it was kind of one of those taps that you would do when you're trying to calm someone down. It was the weirdest thing. Then he gets up and walks to the door. He opens the door and he looks out the door, behind the door, under the door, and on top of the door. I kid you not. What the fuck are you looking for? After that, he goes back and he sits down and he just goes back to sleep. So when I wake up, I ask him if he remembers what happened last night. He was like, oh yeah, I remember getting up to see if someone was in the bathroom, but that's about it. What about like right before that? And he was like, no, not really. So then I told him everything I just told you guys, and then he just starts laughing. Like in my face. He was like, dude, I'm so sorry I didn't tell you. I talk in my sleep and I also sleepwalk. Maybe you should have told me that. After that, he would just always like talk in his sleep and like have a conversation with himself. Don't really know what that's all about, but that's basically it. I hope it wasn't too creepy. Tomorrow's vlog will be much more happy. Hopefully I will see you in tomorrow's vlog, and don't be afraid to like and comment and subscribe. That's it. Okay.
This is more than music, I can feel it. I'm reading out people like Dr. Philin. And everybody, cause I just kill it. I'm the center of the stage, y'all just feelings.